Welcome to Silent Pain Stories, where the wounds you hide speak the loudest. These are the stories about toxic people, broken trust, quiet battles, and the strength it takes to walk away. If you've ever felt drained, misunderstood, or emotionally tired, you're not alone. This is Silent Pain Stories.
Most people don't wake up to applause. They wake up to alarms, phones buzzing in the dark, cold floors under tired feet, coffee brewed on autopilot, a calendar already full before the day even begins. They stand in bathrooms brushing their teeth, staring at reflections that look older than they feel, not because they failed, but because life kept asking and asking and asking. Somewhere in the world, a man ties his shoes for a job he doesn't love. A woman packs lunch for her kids before sunrise, even though her back still hurts from yesterday. A college student checks their bank balance twice before buying groceries. A driver grips the steering wheel in traffic, wondering if this is all there is. None of them post it online. None of them call it heroic. But this is what survival looks like. We're taught to celebrate winners. The startup founders, the celebrities, the people who made it. But nobody tells stories about the millions who didn't quit, the ones who stayed, the ones who kept showing up, quietly. This is their story.
Let's call him Daniel. Daniel isn't famous. He doesn't own a sports car. He doesn't live in a penthouse. He doesn't have followers waiting for his next post. Daniel works in an office building where the lights turn on before the sun does. Every morning, he rides the elevator with strangers who avoid eye contact. They all look half awake, half hopeful, half exhausted. Daniel once dreamed of becoming a filmmaker. He wanted to tell stories, real ones. But student loans didn't care about dreams. Rent didn't pause for passion. Reality showed up every first of the month. So Daniel chose something stable and told himself he'd chase the dream later. Later is a dangerous word. Later turns into years. On his lunch break, Daniel scrolls through his phone. Old classmates announcing promotions, vacation photos, new houses, smiling families. He doesn't feel jealous. He feels behind, like he missed an invisible exit ramp on life's highway. That feeling? Most people know it. They just don't say it out loud. At night, Daniel comes home to a quiet apartment. Microwave dinner, laundry piled in the corner, a plant he keeps forgetting to water. He sits on the couch, staring at nothing, thinking about everything. Is this really my life? Did I waste my potential? Am I running out of time? Those thoughts don't scream, they whisper, and whispers are harder to fight. Across the city, a woman named Rachel ends her shift at a hospital. 12 hours on her feet, patients complaining, machines beeping, families asking questions she can't always answer. She drives home in silence. No music, just road noise and fatigue. Rachel wanted to become a doctor once, but tuition was too high. Family needed help. Life made choices for her before she felt ready. She doesn't hate her job, but some nights she wonders who she might have been. Down another street, a student named Marcus studies in a small apartment while his roommates sleep. Textbooks open, eyes burning. He works part-time at a grocery store, full-time chasing a future he can't fully see yet. Every exam feels like a cliff edge. One mistake, too expensive to make. Different lives, same quiet pressure. The world calls this normal, but normal can be heavy. Here's the truth. Most people are not lazy. They are tired. Not because they don't try, but because they try every single day. They try when motivation is gone. They try when nobody notices. They try when progress feels invisible. They try when quitting would be easier. And that is strength. One evening, Daniel does something small, something stupid, something dangerous. He opens an old folder on his laptop. Short film scripts he wrote years ago. Bad dialogue, messy ideas, unfinished endings. He almost deletes them. Almost. Instead, he rewrites one line. Just one. Then shuts the laptop. Goes to bed. Rachel signs up for an online biology course, just to see, just to remember how learning feels. Marcus decides to stop scrolling social media before studying, protecting his focus like it's money, because it is. None of these moments are dramatic. No soundtrack, no slow motion, no audience clapping. But mountains don't move in explosions. They move in millimeters. Weeks pass. Daniel writes 10 minutes a night. Rachel studies twice a week. Marcus improves his grades by 1 letter. Still broke, still tired, still unnoticed. But something changes. Their self-talk. Daniel stops saying, "I failed." He starts saying, "I paused." Rachel stops saying, "It's too late." She says, "It's slower, not impossible." Marcus stops saying, "I'm behind." He says, "I'm building." Language matters. The brain listens. Here's what nobody teaches. You don't rebuild your life in one bold move. You rebuild it by keeping promises to yourself. Tiny ones, daily ones, invisible ones. Not everyone becomes famous. Not everyone becomes rich. But some people become free. Free from regret. Free from self-hatred. Free from the lie that their story is already finished. 1 year later, Daniel submits a short film to a local festival. It doesn't win, but someone emails him. They liked it. That's enough. Rachel finishes her course, signs up for another. Marcus graduates, first in his family. None of them post motivational quotes. They're too busy living them. If you're listening to this, tired, confused, feeling late, feeling stuck, feeling invisible, let me tell you something, gently. You are not broken. You are human. You are not failing. You are learning how heavy dreams really are. You are not behind. You are walking a road that doesn't show shortcuts. The world only sees results, but character is built in the middle, in the boring parts, in the lonely parts, in the mornings you didn't want to wake up, but did anyway. That counts more than you think. One day, you'll look back at this version of yourself, and you won't feel shame. You'll feel respect, because you stayed. And staying is how everything begins.
If this opened your eyes, subscribe for more psychology and mindset lessons. And remember, protect your energy. It decides your future.